Okay. Sorry for that minor delay. Been having some hardware problems, but we are all set. So we're going to go ahead and start one more time. Again, we're playing Second Fate here. Got a very, very well animated game. It's got some parallax backgrounds going on, or at least 2 layers of background. We have very responsive. There was an item there that we didn't pick. We picked up last time. Looks like we have Fragment of the Seer. The ash of Yggdrasil still falls, a grey snow that never melts. We thought the end was a finality, but it is merely a slow rot. Okay. Is this lore? Does it do anything? Really nice inventory screen here. A lot of different things. Looks like a charm screen, inventory screen. This is very nice. Okay. So don't know what that means. Also, Yggdrasil's ash. Did Yggdrasil burn? That seems unusual. Okay, got some really nice animations here. Oh, took some damage there. Look at the made that's like the dead vines. Okay, lunging skull thing. We're dead. Okay, right off the bat, lost. We keep our we do keep our sigils though, so that's worth talking about. So this game immediately with the big map and the different items really reminds me of. It seems like a Metroidvania, right? A big world map that you come back to and you unlock different parts at different times. Here's the other thing we got is Silent Scion. He who did not speak when the word screamed now walks the bones of Midgard. Vidar, son of the Allfather, what remains for a god of vengeance when his enemy is already in the dirt? There's some very interesting lore going on here. Vidar. Okay, can I? Okay, so I do have an up slash, but I cannot. I cannot hit people through the platform. So we're gonna fight this skull again. He's pretty tough. Got kind of this lunge thing going. All right, got him. Yeah, down south. Can I pogo though? That'd be an interesting question. So here's another block, and then here is this key, which I saw from below. Key opens door. Okay, well, there you go. What's in the chest? Okay, so the chest does eventually break. Very nice. I might be able to pogo. The character looks really great, let me say. Also got that kind of 16-bit art style. Let me pogo this guy. I can pogo! I love it. Pogoing, for those that you're not familiar, is a term that I don't know where it originated from, but it was popularized by a number of Metroidvanias, probably Samus Metroid first? Not sure about that though. Anyway, it is the act of downward slashing with your sword in such a way that when you hit them, you actually bounce upward, and it can be used to do all kinds of crazy things. All kinds of crazy things. To kind of navigate your way through the world without hitting the ground. Okay, so that was where that key was used. Could have maybe used it on the other door, but we're gonna use it here first. Got more skulls. We've got a fairly slow, oh. Yeah, pogoing these guys does seem like the play. Yeah, because getting too close to them, we have a fairly slow, actually, slash attack. And our range on our up slash is actually quite slow. Come here. He's kind of stuck there. How many hits you got in you? How many hits you got in you? Ooh, we are almost dead though. Oh! Darn. Okay, so when we die, we go back all the way here. Is the door still open? The door is still open. Okay, so we really didn't lose that much progress. And we keep our inventory. Very forgiving. We even keep our currency. Okay, pogoing. We are pogo ready. Almost. We took a lot of damage there. Okay, well, we don't need to fight all these guys. We're just gonna kind of... Okay, got him. That's good. Some good background music in this level. Small window invincibility on top of the scope so you can't spam pogo. I noticed that because I died because I thought I hit him 3 times and he has iframes, which is good to know. So, haha, okay. Okay, I only got 1 health left. And I cannot make this frickin' jump. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm also just going to use pogos to navigate here. There might be stuff over here. Looks like a dead end on the minimap, but the minimap doesn't show the enemies, so... And we died. Tried to pogo him. Died. Okay. We're learning. We're learning the timings. So I believe the ooh, ouch. Team can confirm, but right, I believe that they made, again with AI tools, but I think they made like a lot of these animations for the different beasties. Which if they did, I think it's quite it's a sophisticated use of prompting and kind of like looking at the modern tools of what are able to be used. Well, I cannot walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, it appears. Okay. Give it the program. Okay, okay. So we're going to navigate with the pogoing here. Okay, we'll take you out. Take you out. Okay, and okay, getting better at those. Going out for this treasure chest. I want the treasure chest. Okay. Made more progress than previously. Assets from the main player and basic enemies are from Edge, bosses are AI generated sprites. Cool, and I just walked into Spikes because I was reading chat. Okay. Drop down to be able to get Bunch of runes, and what do we get? More lore scrolls. Decree of the Einherjar. Valhalla has collapsed. There is no mead, no glory, only spirits tethered to rusted blades waiting for a master who will never return. Odin, what did you do? No Einherjar? Okay, we have a key. Wow! Gosh! That's a dead end. Okay. Bounce. Okay, but we have what we need. We have the key. We have the inventory, so should be able to get into here. And there's a clarification. The main character and the basic enemies are from itch.io, but the boss mobs are apparently not. So we will look forward to seeing those when we get to them. Okay. Okay, we have things here. Here, triangle to enter. Okay, I believe they move even with what's going on. Okay, what do we get? Creature blood. Blood extracted from the remains of an unrecognizable corpse seeped in pain. It swirls within itself, and if one were to peer close enough, they might even hear the faintest sounds of screaming. Oh! Well, that's nice. And Yggdrasil essence gives Yggdrasil life, retrieved from one who chose to take the sacred tree's power for itself. Hope lies within a sense of warmth and enshrouds you when you hold it. Okay, so we got some really evil shit and some holy tree blood. Okay, so... Oh, okay. Use creature blood or essence. Oh. If we use the blood, we get currency drop and an extra charm slot permanently. But an essence gives us fast travel and 2 times damage. I also have this feeling that like this is gonna affect the ending. I'm gonna do essence. So now we have an essence bonfire. And I can rest there and heal. And I can fast travel. But only looks like that there would be a number of places. This is probably tutorial. Not sure. There's also cave, swamp, lava, and end of time. They're per scene, so they're for this scene. Interesting. Also, my guess was right. It absolutely is going to affect the ending of what I do. Well, using the tree blood to restore these things just seems nicer. But extra charm slots. I mean, I don't even have any charms, so I don't know what they are yet. But I'm into charms. Charms sound good. Bonk, bonk. Oh, that didn't. I only took 2 hits because I have double damage now. So you definitely want to light the bonfire in each area, so that you get, the extra damage or something. Good, because I am really not with the skulls. I don't need 3 hits with them as many hits. Okay. And we're getting close to the edge of the area. I assume this is tutorial area. Which, if it is, means my performance thus far is somewhat regrettable. But we will improve. Cool portal. Go to Hollow Grip. Okay, so we've left the realm of Midgard and we've gone to... I don't know. I like the music though. Nilevir? I see smithing equipment. Ah, hey dude. Strange, the air shifts when you approach. Perhaps these charms will reveal the truth. Most travelers wander these ruins lost, yet you walk as though the land remembers you. Wait, are we? Are we the god of vengeance? Are we Vidar? Ragnarok killed the gods and shattered the remains. Killed the gods and shattered the realms, or so we believed. Okay, choose a charm to see its details. 500. I have a 40% chance to negate damage. What? That's a high chance. That's no Carefree Melody right there, kids. Okay. 50% chance to do an extra hit point upon any attack. Like hitting like double? Is that what that means? 50% chance to hit for double? I mean, I want both of these, but I can't afford either of them. Time to slay. Oh, I missed my double damage already. Okay, 3 more of those guys and we can buy a charm. Nice big levels. I see the area with the thorn brambles, probably where we light the bonfire, but somehow I think that the ability to get the somehow I don't think that the essence will be always quite as convenient. And I'm not going to want to come all the way back down here to buy, but there's no enemies. Give me something to slash. That'll do. One more. Ooh, shiny. Okay, I'll go down before I go any further. Okay. When damage on slash with the damage term, so Essence Bonfire, you have 3x damage. But it's only a 50% chance. I mean, I'd like to buy both. I don't know how many slots I have. 40% damage tanking, though. I'm gonna get the tank one because... Oh, yeah, it mentioned that I have to click this. Because I don't want to beat the bosses too fast. Protection. I wish to equip this charm. There we go. Oh, look at slots in there. That's awesome. I don't know my Norse runes, but that's a rune. That's cool. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we have chance to damage negate. Chance to negate damage. I wonder if there's an effect. Okay, walks into the spikes. Yike. So it would be nice if there's some kind of like effect where like it makes a significant noise or chime or something that's like, hey, you took a hit but it was negated. With a charm like this, sometimes you're like, did I get hit? Did I not get hit? I'm not sure. So being able to see its value is super cool. Oh. Ow. Ah, okay. So we returned to the last bonfire, which in this case was back in Midgard. So if you don't want to backtrack too much, then get good. I think is the answer here. Maybe the damage charm would have been good though, because then it means like we could one hit these skelly boys, even with the essence bonfire. I'm not sure what the other choice gave you. It definitely gave you another charm slot. And it gave you... I'm not sure. Something else. Aha! Aha! Nice, nice, nice. Already lost a health, not so nice. Bouncy, 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 bounce. To a hollow grip. To be honest, I forgot he took 3 hits. Okay. Hoppy, hoppy. Oof. Okay, do not like those boys. Okay. Okay. That was an interesting interaction. I did not pogo him, yet I did. Hehehe, platforming. Woo! Platforming, woo! Oh no! Platforming, woo! You need a godlike artifact to awaken the root. I know! Don't have one. Okay, what's in my inventory? More lore. Decree of thine, Herjar. Valhalla's collapse, there's no mead. Oh, we already did that one. Valkyrie's lament. My sisters fell with clipped wings. One remains, guarding the gate of the dead. Her mind fractured by the silence of the heavens. Oh, bummer. I hate when the heavens go silent. Oh, there's a lot of skull boys. And I have a lot of not health. I got the yips. Really do. What'd I die to? What? What'd I die to? Was it the spikes? I wasn't even close to those. Ah, I thought I had him too. Okay. We're speed running this. Kids, we're not. We are going to. I don't know if my charm is procced yet. I kind of hope it has. Procced is a term from gaming that is short for, I don't actually know what, but to proc is to have something occur that normally has some kind of benefit or activate or activated or passive ability. It doesn't really matter, but like you could say, oh yes, my ability which causes a random chance of extra damage on a hit, procced means like, oh, it did that extra chance of damage. I originally heard it used very extensively in MMOs like World of Warcraft, where you would say, oh, my bonus damage procced, right? My this it has an almost identical meaning to triggered. But it's used in different contexts, so there you go. Tried and true Castlevania strategy of attacking an enemy's feet because he can't swing that low. Leaving you. I am a bouncy jackrabbit. Oh, don't like you. Okay. No! Must get coin. Okay. Scooch out of your way. One thing is, controllers have a right stick. What does one do with the right stick? Is that a portal or a... I can see certain things moving. One thing you can do with the right stick, especially on platforming, is you can make it move the camera down a small amount, which allows you to see where you're going to jump, kind of preview. It's a nice quality of life feature. But this actually solves a lot of problems. I can't get there. Can't get to that rock. Not without taking damage. Am I supposed to jump down through this maze here? Oh. Or should I just like take the damage? Can I pogo off the spikes? Okay, well I definitely can't make that. It's like I need a shit. Okay. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. I need like a dash, an air dash. Choice of mercy. Spare world is to admit the past can be forgiven. To kill a world is to admit the future must be built on fresh graves. Grim. Perhaps not wrong. Okay. Treasure, 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 treasure. Ooh, that was close. Well, this is gonna puke me back out near the front, but I am gonna get a shiny new bit of lore for it. Fallen flight. She was the first to witness the sky burn. Now her wings are matted with the soot of Yggdrasil. She mistakes every traveler for a soul that escaped the gates of hell. Well, that sounds like the last Valkyrie that was referred to in the previous thing. Bummer for her. And for me. Since I assume that means she's going to encounter me! Okay, so that was pure lore diversion. I'd love to go to the right where there's clearly a sparky purpley thing, but I can't do that because I don't have enough jumpies or enough dashies. Something. Oh, I don't like you, skulls. Damn. Well, the good news is, I guess, that we almost have enough for the other charm, but we only equip one. But we could then have the choice. And choice is a wonderful thing, friends. It's a wonderful thing. It's supposed to be a key in that cave, but I think it's just in front of the first door you see now. Okay. So hopefully there's a key and we don't have a keyless door. That is the hope. Anyway, we're almost down to Midgard. Wee. Go through the little area there. Hop. Oh, come on. A little hoppy hop. Hoppy hop. Okay. Probably the safest way to deal with them is pogoing them. Not those guys, but the fire guys for sure. Well, mess up or not, as long as the key exists, I'll be happy. Because I am happy to go through a cave and get 2 scrolls of lore. I have no issues with that. No! Got it. Oh! Well, that was a disappointing performance. What was that? Okay. Okay. We good. We are. I'm just gonna rest here. Okay. Might as well heal up. Okay. Castlevania strats. So the hitbox is the hurt box is very generous on the pogoing, which I think is one of the reasons it's so good. Which is it is less generous on the up slash, which is making me do these crazy bouncy things as much as I am, which is fine. Pogoing looks artsy. And a good part of playing an action game is making yourself feel like you're doing something really artsy. Oh, we are 20 short. Okay. I've hit that twice. Something about the spike hitbox is really hurting me there. As I have said, I'm not sure that the secondary damage charm, the damage retention charm, has worked. I don't know that it hasn't worked, but it didn't work those 3 times, and that may be because I'm not noticing it, or I'm getting bad luck, or I don't know. And this is the thing that where it's like, well, tell your player. Make it go ding, or make it go, you know, play Heavenly Choirs, whatever. Okay, let's not fall this time and take all of our hearts of damage. So the pogoing is the pogo damage prevention thing. I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it. But I guess the question is why? Pogoing is out of the game because it's cool, right? And it makes you feel like you're a master of timing. So at some point, you guys design, you're like, well, we don't want players doing that. And I think this is a constructive exercise, right? Because I may have an opinion that most of your players agree with or don't agree with. I'm like, well, I want Pogo. I want to Pogo infinitely. Why are you stopping me from doing that? But I'm curious if that came up at all in playtesting. If it's like, yeah, people complained that it was just trivial to beat the enemies and they were all very upset, so we decided to limit Pogoing. Then that's, I think, a very valid answer. Or if it's like, well, we decided to get rid of Pogoing because we didn't like it. That's a different answer. So I guess it's a question of like, just curious. Okay. Charms. We're switching in the axe one. Okay, charm. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now we occasionally will kill them in 2 hits without a bonfire. Like that. Which, given my visibility into the damage prevention charm, which may have been wrong, but that now feels better. In fact, that one has hit every time, even though it's a 50% chance. So I've cut those down to 2 strikes, which is going to vastly increase my survivability. He actually hit back there. Surprising. You know, some people say, you know, the best defensive strategy in fighting games is just dead enemies don't do damage, right? I know a lot of people who play D&D say, you know, hey, why do fancy stuff when damage is effectively the best answer to most situations? Which is true, and the answer to that is sometimes because it's fun and roleplay. But that is something that's like a balanced consideration. If the best way to ensure I don't die is just doing a lot of damage, then that's okay. But is that always the answer, or are there sometimes situations where you're rewarded for having a lot of block? That is triggering every time. Interesting. Okay. Here's a key. Here's a door. So that's probably the key that was the messed up one. I don't know, but I still have... Opens door to a warrior longing for an end to their eternal servitude. Prayer to the chooser. Do not look into their eyes. The Valkyries were meant to take the brave to glory, but this one only knows how to harvest the lingering for heaven that no longer exists. And here she is. Valkyrie, don't look at her eyes, it says. Ooh. Okay, she's got a dash. Ice dash. Okay, that's got a 2-strike thing going there. Slash, okay. Bounce. Flash, and flash. Very cool move, but if that's all you got, I think I got the timing down, girly. Okay. Oh, is she speeding up? I think she's speeding up. I think she's speeding up. Yeah, okay, she's in rage mode now. Whoa! Oh, that was cool. Okay, dive. She's got a dive now. And a swirly McGee thing. And she's flying. Oh, battle music is excellent. Gotcha! Valkyrie's been laid to rest after aeons of servitude. She may now leave her duties and join her sisters in Valhalla. Okay, well that was a cool fight. She had cool abilities. Music was fire. Excellent. Okay, so now we can jump down, theory, and ignite the bramble. Okay. Well, I definitely want fast travel here. Currency drop? I mean... No, we're gonna take the double damage. We're gonna rest, and now when we fast travel, we can go between tutorial and here. So there you go. Fast travel to cave. So 3 more zones. Okay. Immediately takes damage. Rest. Okay. So good. Glad not to have to backtrack again. Okay. So conceivably, I can beat these guys in one hit. I did not, in fact, beat them in one hit. Rest. Okay. Let's try that again. Also, yeah, I don't know exactly how much damage I'm doing. So outside that portal area that we could get to on the right, we now have up, and then kind of left and right. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. A lot of platforming in this game, a lot of nice lore bits, a lot of good systems were built here. Love this, love the menu. The enemies so far have been varied, there have been bosses. Gotta say, this game feels very complete. There's a whole lore story to it. There's this beautiful designed menu system, charm system. Great deception. All Father saw 1,000 futures, and none of them did he see a world that survived its own ending, or perhaps he simply did not care to. So anyway, very, very much enjoying this game. Unspoken vow. Silence is not the absence of sound, it's the presence of a choice yet to be made. Okay, now we got moving platforms. True test. How do you perform on moving platforms? Pretty well. I'm not seeing weird clipping and flickering. This is a good thing. Whoa! Almost got stabbed into the spikes there. Can't get through there. Okay. Do I still have the keys? Yeah, I keep the keys even after I've unlocked the doors. I think one of my complaints with the up slash is that you don't bounce off of them when you hit them. So like, I just like leapt up and got myself hurt anyway. Might be kind of nice to have it almost act like the pogo going the other direction. I'm not sure that that's the right answer, but okay. Okay, that killed him in one shot, which we said was possible. Scroll. The scale of justice. Tyr lost the belief that right and wrong exist. Now he sits amidst the ruins, judging the dust. I also like how the lore is like, hey, here's an upcoming boss fight. FYI. Gives you some reason for why these people are here. Okay, no, I can't jump through. That's weird. Had a little control issue there. Interesting. Are these platforms upside down by any chance? I can't jump through them, and I keep falling through them. I think the platforms are upside down. There's lore though, man. I gotta get the lore. There was more lore. I need a lore counter. I want the lore master achievement, and I need to know how many lores there are. Imagine the bitterness of a god who sacrificed everything for a peace that lasted only a moment. I seriously want to know if you put the platforms in upside down, because if so, that would be very funny. Anyway, we're gonna close out, and we'll respawn back at our regular load game. We should have our key. third key. Yes, I believe so. So we should now have the key for the door that's up here. There was one more piece of floor down there that I really kind of low-key want. Get it? Low-key? Ha 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 ha! A little bit of like skybox edges there that could be cleaned up a little bit, but overall I think the level design here is quite good. Ah, aha. Aha, haha. This could be meaner. You could make it go straight into the spikes if you don't jump off in time. Why am I giving you ideas? Because it would be fun! I do not like up slash. Okay. Seem to be behaving this time, but I only have 1 health this time, so there's that. I landed right on a guy. A lot of skulls. I'm assuming this is going to be like Cavasir's poems. Oh. That was painful. So you have 2 choices with spikes. One is what you did, where you take points of damage for every certain amount of seconds that you stay in the spikes. The other is you can take the Hollow Knight approach, which is to say, as soon as you hit spikes, the screen blacks out and you pop back up on the platform. And you say, well, that sounds more merciful. Sometimes. The counter argument is that sometimes there are areas you can just say, hey, I can just reach this by tanking through several spike hits worth of damage. And then there are times where, like, sorry, if you hit the spikes, you have to reset. And so it becomes more, it's a harder platforming challenge than sometimes. Okay. There it is. The money and a lore bucket. The weight of the law. Tyr's sanctuary is a hall of rusted chains. They say he no longer weighs the hearts of men against justice, but against the sheer burden of existing in the world without a sun. Well, that does sound unpleasant. Okay. And here's Tyr. Where are you, buddy? Ooh, cool. Nice spear. What you got? What you got? What you got? Ooh, shield rush? Ooh, combo thing. What's that gonna do? Haha, pogo! Haha, pogo! Ah, pogo! Excellent. Oh, we got another thing. Dash unlock. Runs runes. Mystic force have been imbued, allowing you to lunge forward. Oh. Nice. So, does this help me though? Because it's not an air dash. Might, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, does it help me cross that spiked area? Cool boss. I kind of bullied him. The art on these guys is very nice. I think it's very well done, very well integrated. It's very forgiving that you don't make me lose my coins. So I can still pogo out off of them, I just don't do damage. That makes me feel better. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I can air dash. I don't know what I was thinking. Air dashing is possible. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is now death, because I messed up once. Right at the end. Darn. But it's now a platforming challenge is what I was going to say. A good platforming challenge, in fact, one might say. So, air dashes can be used for dodging. Yeah. Air dash can be used for platforming sections, used in combat. It's up to you to decide whether a dash actually gives iframes, meaning you're invincible during it, or if it's just a movement-based ability. You can see the camera like slowly follows, so that's why I'm like waiting for it to adjust. Ow. Not sure what happened there. I took 3 points of damage all in one fell swoop. Okay. I just want to leave this cave. Another thing that is of consideration in platformers and fighting games in general is what happens when you take damage? Seems like a simple question, right? Well, you take damage, your health goes down, right? Well, yes, in most cases. But what else happens? Think of this as a programmer, right? You're saying, oh, okay, well, I need to play the little sound effect, right? The right? Okay, good. We need to blink the character model. What else do we need to do? Do we need to stun the character model, which is what happens here, so they can't move? Do we do that in all cases? Maybe we only do this when maybe we only do this after we've reached some internal value, so we only stagger in certain circumstances. This is the idea of what's called poise in games, right? Which is that, and you may hear the term, oh, he poised through that attack. Poise refers to your ability of a character to not flinch, to not lose control, to still remain perfectly responsive. Even, it has nothing to do with taking damage. If you poise through an attack, you still take all the damage, but you don't flinch. Which is very relevant in games where, you know, you want to build tanky builds, because otherwise somebody with a fast weapon can just keep you stun locked permanently. But if you have enough armor or poise or whatever the value is in your game, then that won't be the case, and you can maybe act in different ways. Ah, the dash is a 1 second cooldown, not a reset when you touch the ground. And that is why it feels so weird to me. Okay. Very interesting, and a good comment, right? So the dash is on a pure cooldown. So if you're used to like doing dashes really fast and considering the reset to be an event trigger, that changes things. Now again, just because this is Metroidvania-ish, or at least it's a big map, I'm going to make comparisons to Hollow Knight because it's the newest series in that genre. Really, newest, most well-known, I guess. There are other ones outside Metroid and Castlevania, which are the name givers for it, and they do something interesting with the dash. They do both. I believe you reset when you hit the ground, but you also reset the actual the phasing. The one with iframes is on a timer, so it's separate. Hello, are you Freya? When I look at you, I feel something ancient stirring. I've not felt that in many years. Not everyone gets a second chance. Okay, what's she got? We got reduces cooldown for the dash. There you go. Hence the 1 second cooldown. Or increases attack speed. Oh, both so good. Gotta go with the attack speed this time, I think. I will be back to get both, if that's possible. Okay, but do I still only have one slot? I do. So extra damage or just extra attack speed? See, this is the thing. This is what's going to tempt you to get more slots, because you can have up to 2 if you do the blood and fire. That is fast, though. That's very fast. And this time we actually have the blood. Extra charm slot or not. Little headphone issue there. I think we're back. I mean, I'm committing to the playthrough. I want to use essence. I want the blue ending. Oh, it said I have to rest. If I don't rest, it won't matter. Which again, it doesn't really matter here because we have the fast travel. I like this biome. Oh, we got a new enemy. I was about to say, when are we getting a new enemy? Swamp monster. And he moves faster towards you. Okay. I wonder if that explosion does damage. The attack speed is pretty good for stopping these guys, though, I feel like. All the enemies do have that extra iframes on them, though, which might be a reason why I don't want the attack speed. Because if they have iframes, then what do I care if I'm swinging faster, right? I'm in a bog. What is this bog? It's just the exit. There's clearly a charm elsewhere. I guess I should explore in the other direction first. This camera movement, let's talk about that for a minute. It's doing something unique. It is doing it is making a choice about how these things go, right? Which is the camera follows at a speed, but it accelerates, and you see that there's a little lag before it recenters on my character. That kind of helps it feel less jerky, a little bit more natural. A more retro game would just lock it to the player character. Ooh, cool. We have a Jean. Genie. Nice. But you can also do other things with the camera, right? You can make it accelerate, like you can give it enough acceleration speed so that it goes quite fast. When like when we're falling, like when we were falling there, I noticed the camera took a while to catch up. You can lock it to player. You can do what I said earlier. Okay, come on. You can lock it, as I said earlier, and make like the right control stick be able to move it. Lore. Ironwood whispers, the trees remember the blood. They drink from the soil where gods bled, and their fruit tastes of iron and regret. No wonder they all seem so spooky. Death. Okay. The Gene move very similarly to how the red flamey skulls move. Maybe slightly different. But the like move and then lunge kind of thing. Okay. Something weird with the coins. Haven't figured it out yet. As in, like, sometimes they arrest your momentum when you pick them up. Like they have actual weight. Which is unusual for a power-up. I'll tell you one thing I would love. Shortcut unlocks. Because the fight back to this boss is going to be rough. Red path. Blood spilled in mercy nourishes the root. Blood spilled in malice poisons the well. Choose which thirst you will slake. Okay, well that's like a hint hint. Your choices matter here. Well, I hope I'm picking the merciful choice. Blue normally good color. Unless Star Wars, then red good color. Kind of. Lightsabers, no. Lasers, yes. Yikes! Go away! I only have one health. Okay. I have dash to get past things. Yes, I forgot entirely about dash. Mystic forces have been imbued in your boost, allowing you to jump twice. Oh, yes. Okay, so we probably couldn't have gotten where we wanted anyway. I'm so bouncy. Okay, now I don't care if I die. I mean, pride shall dictate. And I can jump, dash, jump. I'm so springy. Excuse me. I also do like that, like, because we have fast travel, like, we can come back here and get the other badge charm if we want later by just coming and teleporting back. I like the idea of like damage or currency and charms. That kind of leans more into a charm heavy build or just straight damage. Locking the fast travel behind it though, that is something that would be controversial. Let's just put it that way. Because people are going to be like, especially if this game had more backtracking, right? Like with areas where there would be, you know, secrets or things you could only unlock with certain abilities. Which you don't, really. It's mostly within the same level. But if you did have that, I think we needed the double jump there. Then it might be something where the fast track would be not as much something that people wanted to keep locked behind. Food for thought. Okay. Another thing sometimes people do is if you don't want to give people fast travel immediately, you can be like, you get it, but it's unlocked 2/3 of the way through the game. Because I believe people should walk. I'm a bit of a middle ground person. Like, I think if you're going to make a big world, people should appreciate the world and walk through it at least once. But then after that, I can be a little bit more relaxed. But like, the fact that Skyrim, one of the things you can do from the beginning of the game is just like get a horse cart to another town and just teleport there without having been to the town, that just sends me. Okay. I said was ability locked. You made the right choice getting the double jump. Yeah, okay. So I was right on that. But you guys have done like a good, like I would give this map a really good kind of path because you guys have made choices, made splits, made it so that the main pass has to be done in a certain order. You could literally go through and like take these same maps and then edit them and be like, now I'm going to add little tiny side paths and secrets and things that are extra little backtracky bits that are like not full on necessary. But I think that would be good. No boss here. Surprising. Do I have blood? No, I don't have blood. Muspelheim! They're linear. Lots of lava. Okay. That is a cool lava effect, by the way. I like that. This is a... Do you remember you have... Oh, crap. I'm knocking you in the lava, man. In the lava. In the lava. Or I just kill you. Okay. This is a... Do you remember that you have double jump? Whoa! You got an arm on you. That's a lot of platforming. Okay. Well, first, bought all of those. Do I want to change any? Find something that works. Attack speed. I mean, I will try the haste. If only to get me back to where I was faster. So if I don't have to touch the ground at all, conceivably, I could get 2 dashes off if I were falling. Far enough. With the dash master charm here. Running past all these guys. Too many to run past. Yeah, so see that? When I jump to get the coins, if they're falling and I'm jumping, I stop in midair and I do not jump any higher than them. Why is that? That's weird. I mean, they do roll on the ground like they have physics, but like, they also can be picked up by me. Sometimes they bonk off my head. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so do I want to fight all these guys or just dodge them? I feel like that was a bad idea in that particular dodge, but I feel like dodging is safer. These guys have got a pretty great throwing arm. Also a lot of them. I bait out the first flame. Oh, okay, hello. Okay, you're jumpy. I don't have an artifact to set the thing. Oy, 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 oy. There's a boss arena upwards and left, but I have 1 health. Let's read our scroll. You are the son of the end times. Whether you're the healer or executioner, the world will finally sleep because of you. These guys are so bouncy. Salamander guys. Scroll. Ashes of the realm. Surtur did not die when the world broke. He simply ran out of things to burn. He sits amongst the cinders of Muspelheim, waiting for a spark to reignite his purposeless rage. Alright, Surtur. Let's talk. What do you got for me? Are you a giant? No, but you do have a dope sword. Okay. What do you got? What do you got? Okay, lunge. Walk menacingly towards me. Fire breath. Fire slashy thing. Ooh, you have a lot of health. I have to fight you without the benefit of a flame. Walk menacingly towards me. Really good boss music, guys. I think this was generated, maybe? Again, don't let me speak if it wasn't. Getting some like Hobbit vibes here, like the movies, which had their issues, but the like mountain shanty. Oh no, so close. Mountain shanty stuff was pretty good. Obviously, I got lava puked on there, which was not great. But the boss designs are good. If anything, the bosses are maybe in need of like so far of a little bit more aggression, because they have a lot of unique attacks, but a lot of this stuff's like really close in. And I'm having more trouble with personally with like the genie, just because of their like erratic movement. Or maybe it's because it isn't like telegraphed as much. The genie just stand there and then they lunge, right? Whereas the Surtur and like the Valkyrie and whatnot tend to have like more of a wind up before their attacks. Okay, that was so bouncy. Okay, I got out of that with only 1 health damage. Not sure how, but I will take it. Okay, again, we're gonna go face Surtur. We're not gonna fight the rock monsters. Gonna kind of bait out that, and then we're gonna whoop. Quite the arc there. Okay, bait that out, and then these guys are very jumpy. Remember that very jumpy. Look how jumpy they are. Good dogs, Bront. I can jump higher. Oh, it's chasing me. It's chasing me. Oh my gosh! Don't come with me into the boss arena. I don't have time for that. I mean, the bosses even had the little exclamation point where they're like, hey, I'm about to hit you. So maybe the faster attack speed would be good here. Got a lot of different combos. But they're artistically different, but the range is more or less the same. Like, you could give him like a lunge attack, right? Or you could make those lava pools create hazards on the ground, or you could do some other things to make him, because right now he has like different slight versions of the same melee attack. Cool. All right, he had a key. No cool ability, Surtur? Just a key, huh? All right, buddy. Oh, please. I just want to get back to the weeds. Essence! Rest! Okay. So I will say they don't have much health. Oh, but I did just upgrade my damage, so that kind of explains that. Aggressive little guys. Okay, what's my lore? Last word, deep in the soil of the graveyard of gods, a single seed waits for a drop of water or a spark of flame. So I burn the last remaining bit of Yggdrasil, or I water it with its own dew. I like it. Yeah. Just don't want to deal with you. Yeah, the salamanders are by far worse than Surtur. Which is... And why? Let's analyze why, right? It's because they have greater range, they've got less cooldown between attacks, and they have no windup. Like, they have no telegraph other than, you know, as soon as you get within a certain range, then you should expect that they're gonna fling themselves at you. I don't know that that means they're better, it just means that they're different. And... anyway, something to keep in mind. Okay, scroll please. Smoldering giant. Surtur's fire did not purify it, scorch the soul of the world, leaving a heat that withers the heart but cannot warm the skin. I like the writing, you guys. This is very mythical. Very, very mythical. Okay, do I go up or sideways? I must have to go sideways because up is the portal. So sideways is where I shall go. Boss? Boss? Aha! I shall get you from underneath the platform. And this is what we call cheesing. Aha! Treasure chest, treasure chest, treasure chest. This is a very big arena to have one treasure chest. Oh, another treasure chest. Expecting, I mean, I already got a key from Surtur. Out of bounds on the map. Easter egg? Easter egg, please. Funny. Is this really just a big room? Whoa. This is just a big room. I mean, there were a couple of treasure chests here, but... Plus my ability to sneak out the map was over there. That's neat. Away with you. Oh, sniped. Oh. I was very much sniped there. Okay. I do not like you. Okay. Finally got through that without taking a hit of damage, which seemed unnecessary. That was messy. Another controversial choice in 2D platforming is the presence of what I would call the grip grab or the ledge grab, which is the idea that what happens if I get very close to the edge but not quite on it? Can I pull myself up onto that said ledge? Some games believe that this is something that should happen. Some games believe that this is not something that should happen. Okay, right off the bat, we get a triangle power, which I've been going with essence the whole time. Might as well go with essence. Let's just teleport to the tutorial. End of time. So we're here, and then we have 2 lore scrolls. Raven's final flight. Odin did not fight to stop the end. He fought to survive it. Now he sits in the dark, clutching the scraps of a destiny he tried to rewrite with the blood of his kin. Bifrost shouts, Heimdall hears the grass grow in the worlds that used to be. Here's your footsteps, Vidar. He hears the weight of your indecision. Okay, so we get one of these. Probably. We either fight Heimdall or Odin. Based on our two choices, then it's going to be Odin. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Eye patch and all. Okay. So he's got oh, he's got a projectile. Fairly short range on it. Oh, spikes. Did that do? Oh, I didn't rest here. Can't do it now. It's okay, I can teleport. Okay, so probably don't need the dash here. We should probably pick just straight crit chance, I guess. Probably the wisest. Thing with attack speed is it's gonna tempt you to take too many hits that you shouldn't. Okay, that is a good and mean attack. That is a, when you see Odin doing weird stuff, jump. So most of the other attacks on the other bosses are ones where it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just walk away. Whatever they're doing, I don't want to be close. Odin, no, look at that. He's got a close-up blast, a spike spawn, triple blast, big arcing slash. I like it. Also, his damage is like, I think he did 4 damage in one slot. So I guess he's designed that you take 2 hits. Yeah, definitely my favorite boss so far. Odin's real good. I know I said that that was the smart play. And it is. Like, but I want to... We'll just have like a negate damage. What do you got? Spikes? No, no spikes. Crystal shot? No crystal shot. Homing crystals. Spikes. That, now see, I might have negated there. Those possibly hit me. Okay, so he burns in fire. Now he's going to do the harder things. Oh! Yeah, I definitely got negated there. That hit me. All we need to do is put in something where when the 40% chance happens, play a sound. So he can do multiple attacks when he's in critical mode. Okay, I only did two damage though. Nice. First time in aeons, the gray snow of ash ceases to fall. The root that gripped the 9 realms, retreat as a surge of pure golden essence courses through the veins of Yggdrasil. Screams of the lingering spirits are finally silenced, not by death, but by peace. Green shoots break through the blood-soaked soil of the battlefields, and the harsh, suffocating winds soften into a gentle breeze. You stand as the lone gardener in a graveyard that's begun to bloom. Cycle's not just been repeated, it's been cleansed. The sun returns to Midgard, and though the old gods are gone, the world breathes anew. The realms are saved. Excellent. Very good ending. I believe it was mentioned that I can't clear the final pop-up unless I use the controller, which I didn't. So I think this is the end of the game. Would you like to play Heimdall? I would like to play Heimdall, if that is not easy. I know there is a save file in here, but I don't know that it's a Heimdall save file. And I don't quite know how to update it, but sure. Got an easy save with Heimdall on it. That'd be pretty cool. Save files, an Odin save file. Yeah, sure. Email it. I'm looking at all the different sprites that are included in the README, which is quite nice, by the way. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and Alt F4 out of this. And waiting for an email from you guys. If you could let me know in chat when it's in, then I will go ahead and do that. But I think that, I mean, if you guys are here, I know most people are already abed or off. I might cut the stream, but I'll do it if you guys are pretty close. But anyway, yeah, getting ready to send it now. 30 seconds. No, yeah, you're fine. 30 seconds is fine. Um, but yeah, all in all, a very solid game. A lot of lore went into it. A lot of good map design. A lot of cool abilities. I think. You know, I minor tweaks, right? To, how the up slash feels and right, like some weird bouncing maybe with the coins, but like very solid. The bosses felt good. The bosses, Odin, really good boss design in particular. Excited to see Heimdall here in a minute. But yeah, a very, very good game, a very traditional kind of Nintendo-esque or early PlayStation even, right, or Dreamcast kind of side-scrolling adventure. I could see this being something with more secrets and other things. I really like the live map that's just the zoom out. Um, if I were going to do something bigger with like more secret areas and backtracking, I might do something where there's like a fog or where you can only see areas where you have like been, or areas where maybe there's like a goal, like the way you showed like the emblem on the map to be like go here for the double jump, um, just to preserve some of the uncertainty um, and discovery, if that's an angle you want to go with, right? But um, I could also see you doing like interesting like side things like boss arenas or 2-on-1 challenge boss fights where you have to fight the Odin and the Valkyrie or something at the same time, um, which could be kind of fun. But all very solid. Got to see different environments, different music. A lot of very nicely done sprites. All very good. Okay. You have sent, in theory. I am waiting to see. Hopefully it will be here soon. Um, in the meantime, let's see where the README says that I should put the file, which is in my local data folder. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Mm-hmm. Getting this prepped. So, where the file should be saved, by the way, for those of you who are listening to this, is in some place that is called app data local low, which is a it is the proper place to put data that is relevant to a given user in Windows. Um, Again, there are some discussions about where things need to go um, when you are using I have so many folders in here because of all the games people have sent me. If you're using Steam data, right, you can store some things there. You need to be careful about where it goes in the cloud and things like that. But second fate, second fate, second fate. Okay, save slot. I heard something maybe coming into my inbox. Okay, there we go. 10 kilobytes. This is a JSON file. JSON files are designed to be human readable. So I should be able to pop this open and take a look at it actually and kind of see what you guys did in terms of files. I know I'm not sharing screen right now, so it's a little hard to see, but uh, I'm gonna move my save to save slot 1. We're gonna paste this in here. And we're gonna see a bonus boss and the other boss. And then load, and we ought to be good to go. Let's see if that works. We are doing some kind of live hacking here, folks, so that's how it goes. Okay, load game, and I have slot 1, which should be my new when I moved mine to slot 2. Yes, okay, you can see the angry angry red flames here. I was like, what am I doing on the keyboard? There we go. All right. There he is, Heimdall with his sword, his Bifrost sword. Different soundtrack. He's got a sword slash. Whirlwind, very nice. I don't know what thing I have equipped. Laser beam. I probably have 2 charms equipped. Good old Heimdall has a lot of health. Okay. Let's see what we have equipped here. Oh, we only have 1 charm. We only own 1 charm, the protection charm in the save. What? Okay, well, fine. We'll fight him. We'll fight him with just the protection charm. I could probably edit that in the JSON file, but okay. I feel like, all right, he's definitely kind of a quicker attacker and less magey than Odin, which makes sense, of course. Do a little bit of trying to do a little pogoing off of him since most of his attacks seem linear. One other minor thing is that, like, since oh, swords, homing swords, and a slam, nice. Okay. And those do multiple damage each. One thing to think of is because you're either flat on the ground, which is at 1/3 of the screen, or you are jumping in the air above the boss, it tends to make the boss's health bar float over them, which makes them a little hard to see. This would be the perfect example of why I would be like, let's move the boss's health bar to the top of the screen. Just a little bit of UI design advice. Try and think of where the busiest area of your screen is going to be and put UI elements not there. Okay. I love that he has a second phase charge up. All the bosses seem to have had that. It's very solid. He doesn't seem to use his laser attack in this phase, or at least he doesn't use it much. He prefers the slam and the sword summon, which is actually good because the sword summon is much slower than the laser. It does more damage, but it's less likely to just stab you with no warning. Heimdall has a much more uplifting soundtrack, which is on theme for him, although it's kind of interesting because this is the evil route. So Your soundtrack should be more evil, but his is more uplifting. Gotcha. Heimdall vanquished. You realize that to save this world is to merely prolong its agony, to force a dying beast to keep breathing. At last, the tree essence withers in your hand. A profound absolute silence falls over the realms. That the essence to sustain it. Yggdrasil shudders and begins to crumble into fine dust. The sky, once choked with soot, now fades into the void of stars that offer no warmth. There's no more fire to burn, no more blood to spill. The roots have let go, and the decaying universe finally slips into dreamless, eternal sleep. Okay, so this is the game of Second Fate, and an overall very nice fighter, if anybody wants to play it. I know it was mentioned earlier, I will say it again at the end of the stream. We do hope to eventually make these games available so that other people can play them. That is still something we'd very much like to do. I hope to get to it this summer. In any case, stay tuned. We will be, all the games are being played now, off stream. All the games are being evaluated for final grades and everything like that for the class. But also, if any watchers want to comment upon games that they think are, any non-student watchers want to try and make a pitch for any awards, we'll also be considering those, although the awards will probably take a couple more days for us to debate after grids. So it'll probably be not this week, but we'll get to them very soon. So again, it's been a pleasure to play all these games today. Hopefully this has given you a idea of the types of games that are played on stream. And as always, this is a great class to teach, and I'm always so proud of the games that are produced as part of this effort. So thank you all, and this is Professor Mel signing off for the evening.